Hi everybody, I'm at the lakefront, Lake Ontario. You can see in the background. So the topic for today's video is, why did I switch from hearing aids to cochlear implants? That's coming up next. The short answer is, I experienced a sudden change of hearing in my left ear in July of 2012. That began a long journey of my transition from hearing aids to cochlear implants. Before I get into that, some quick background. So I was born deaf as a result of my mother contracting rubella in her 13th month of pregnancy. You see, there was a large outbreak of rubella among pregnant women in North America in 1964. And my mother was one of those who contracted rubella, and as a result, I was born deaf. So my hearing loss was severe. I had more residual hearing in my left ear than in the right. So for most of my life, I depended on my left ear for conversations and picking up sounds and whatnot. My hearing remained more or less steady until the summer of 2012. At the time I experienced a sudden change of hearing in my left ear, I was teaching a 2-day seminar, martial arts seminar in Ottawa. I went to bed on a Saturday night. I woke up Sunday morning, put my hearing aids on, and immediately noticed that the hearing in my left ear was very, very muffled, like you're underwater. I figured, well, let's try a fresh battery and see if that makes any difference. It didn't. Oh, something must be wrong with the hearing aid. So I put my right hearing aid in my left. No change. Then I thought, well, maybe I have a sinus infection. Let's make an appointment with my doctor. I saw my doctor a couple days later. He thought that I had a sinus infection and prescribed me some medication to clear up the sinus infection and told me to come back in a week. I took the medication. I went back in a week. There was no change at all. So he was a little mystified. He said, oh, let's try prednisone, a steroid, to see if that makes any difference. Take it for a week or two and come back to see me. I took the prednisone as prescribed. No change at all. So at this point, he was pretty worried, and he referred me out to a local ENT, ear, nose, throat doctor. It took a while to get into the ENT, but when I saw him, he examined my sinuses with this snake-like instrument. I forget the name of it. And he told me, I don't see any evidence that you've ever had a sinus infection. I said, huh. He said, it's not uncommon for people to experience a sudden change in their hearing. It's not uncommon. And he said with a somber tone, I'm sorry, but I think you're hearing loss. The change in your hearing is permanent. And, I was pretty upset at that time because my hearing had been constant for 48 years. And then to experience a sudden change overnight was disconcerting, very disorienting. And then he went on to say, this may be a blessing in disguise. And he had this look on my face like, what are you talking about? He said, I can refer you to the cochlear implant program at the Sunnybrook Hospital in Toronto. Would you be interested? I figured, what do I have to lose? Yes, let's go ahead and book me for an appointment there. So I got into Sunnybrook 6 months later, January 2013, for an initial screening. The purpose of the screening was to determine whether I qualified for a cochlear implant or not. Long story short, I was told that I easily qualified for a cochlear implant at this time. Now, the policy of the Health Ministry of Ontario at that time was to do bilateral implants for children, but only one for adults. I asked that they implant on the left side that I had depended on for most of my life. They consented to do that. Due to a backlog at that time, I didn't have the surgery until December 2013, 11 months later. I was activated in January 2014. You can see my activation video on my YouTube channel. As usual, it took a long time to adjust to the cochlear sound. In a future video, I will reveal to you how I ended up with the second implant on the other side. So, what I want you to take away from this is, if you are watching this and you have experienced either gradual loss of hearing or a sudden change in your hearing, particularly if your hearing loss is severe, don't give up hope. There are solutions out there. Talk to your audiologist, your doctors, and any other medical professional, and look into the possibility of cochlear implants or other solutions. Just don't give up hope. Because I have to admit to you that in the summer of 2012 and up to the initial screening at Study Book, I was pretty down on the dumps because the hearing in my left ear, which I depended on heavily, was very muffled. Cochlear implants have been amazing. So to answer the question of why I switched from hearing aids to cochlear implants, it's because circumstances forced my hand. There was a change in my hearing. It was overnight in the summer of 2012. And the ENT doctor was correct. It ended up being a blessing in disguise. And the cochlear implants that I've had for 10 years have been amazing and far better than hearing aids. Much better. So thank you for stopping by and watching today. Please subscribe to this channel, and if you have any comments about today's video, please put them in the comment box down below. Any questions? Fire away. Thank you. Have a great day.